90-Day Fiancés Sarper and Shekinah finally reveal if they're getting divorced amid tell-all drama. 90-Day Fiancé couple Shekinah Garner and Sarper Güven responded to divorce rumors after revealing marriage problems at the tell-all. Sarper and Shekinah's journey began during The Other Way Season 5 with the Turkish man revealing his bad boy past. Sarper shed his old ways for Shekinah as he moved to the US in 90-Day Fiancé Season 11. The couple ended up getting married on a bed. Shekinah and Sarper admitted their marriage was already on the rocks within a year of getting married at the reunion, but does it mean they're getting divorced? At 90-Day Fiancé _Alexa shared a clip from Shekinah and Sarper being interviewed for the Sarah Fraser show where they were asked to address their divorce rumors. "We're happy. We try to be happy," Sarper replied. He added that while getting married is a difficult thing, they're still trying their best. Sarper mentioned how they have problems and a lot of ups and downs, but they still love each other. "I hope she loves me." Shekinah spoke about how neither of them actually wanted to get married. Sarper had been married before, and they thought they could live forever happy together without having that commitment. However, they had to marry because of the K-1 visa. Shekinah admitted that it was something that scared both of them, and they had a betting since it was the least scary place for them. What Shekinah saying they never wanted to get married means. What's causing problems between Sarper and Shekinah? Shekinah and Sarper previously spoke about how they never wanted to get married during their debut season. They didn't think they needed some kind of documentation to prove their love and commitment to each other. Still, Shekinah kept flying back and forth from Los Angeles to Istanbul to be with Sarper, and it was getting hectic. It was an expensive affair for Sarper as he struggled to book female clients. Shekinah didn't trust him around other women, but she also wanted him to pay for her flights and expenses in Turkey. Eventually, they thought it was best for Sarper to relocate to America. He developed cold feet one too many times and almost gave up. Sarper didn't like being dependent on Shekinah. He craved independence, but it looks like he's finally standing on his feet as he stars in stand-up shows and conducts fitness workshops. Shekinah and Sarper have always had arguments on 90-Day Fiancé and almost broke up. Sarper has yet to discuss what the problems in their marriage are. Our take on Sarper and Shekinah possibly still having marriage problems. What's next for Sarper and Shekinah on 90-Day Fiancé? It appears that Sarper and Shekinah will appear in 90-Day, The Last Resort Season 3 next. They are dealing with issues that are worse than the ones that 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Couples have. There might be something that still holds them together as they navigate life together after 90-Day Fiancé Season 11. Hopefully, therapy helps them figure that out. Shekinah Garner and Sarper Güven's betting on 90-Day Fiancé did not have a happily ever after ending for the couple. Shekinah and Sarper were first seen in The Other Way Season 5, in which the Los Angeles-based single mom traveled to Turkey to live with Sarper. Shekinah had met Sarper on a dating app and became his first girlfriend, despite Sarper being 45 years old. Sarper had been married in the past, but he'd never been serious about any woman until he crossed paths with Shekinah. Meanwhile, she helped Sarper erase his bad boy past. What Sarper and Shekinah revealed about their marriage on Tell All. Sarper and Shekinah reveal major issues at the reunion. Sarper and Shekinah arrived separately at the reunion in New York. Sarper admitted he regretted marrying Shekinah. He said they would have been happier if they hadn't gotten married. Sarper told host Sean Robinson that their married life was a roller coaster with its ups and downs. Shekinah claimed that their honeymoon period was over really fast, and they didn't even have a honeymoon. It appears Sarper also never bought Shekinah a wedding ring. Shekinah said that their dynamic changed after Sarper came to America, and he struggled to fit in and live in her space, via Extra TV. Just everything changed after we got married and that was my biggest fear and it just came true. As per Shekinah, Sarper going through really bad depression brought up a lot of anger from him and her. Sarper had always been a control freak, and losing control in his new life made him feel depressed. He said he didn't like the marriage because it brought a lot of new responsibilities and duties into his life. He felt that being dependent on Shekinah was the biggest nightmare in his life. Both of their egos were big, and they clashed, leading to an avalanche of issues. Sarper and Shekinah had been sleeping in separate rooms. Sarper and Shekinah never wanted to get married. Sarper and Shekinah rejected traditional marriage plans. In October 2023, Shekinah and Sarper were one of the new couples introduced to 90 Day Fiancé, the other way viewers during Season 5. During Q&A sessions on their individual Instagram stories after their debut, both answered fan questions about potential wedding plans. They each revealed they had no intention of walking down the aisle anytime soon. Shekinah was the first to be asked when a wedding might happen, after one follower commented, "Can't wait to see you both as husband and wife," prompting her to explain that marriage wasn't currently in their plans. Shekinah responded to a fan's question by posting a mirror selfie of herself and Sarper in an elevator. Alongside the photo, she shared her perspective on marriage, writing, "Thank you, but we don't really feel like we need to be married in order to be happy together forever." She further elaborated, calling marriage a cultural conditioning and dying institution. Still, Shekinah added that if Sarper were to propose, she would say yes, showing she remained open to the possibility. That being said, "I would still say yes if he asked. He's my forever person," Shekinah confessed. When asked by a fan on Instagram, "Will we be seeing a wedding and children in the future?" Sarper responded with a photo of himself kissing Shekinah. In his reply, he downplayed the importance of a formal ceremony, writing, "Wedding is just a signature on paper. The main thing is putting that signature to heart." His comment suggested that emotional commitment held more value to him than a legal marriage, reflecting the couple's unconventional approach to their relationship. Sarper admitted to getting depressed. Sarper missed the Shekinah he met in Turkey. Sarper admitted to experiencing depression after relocating from Turkey to Los Angeles to be with Shekinah. In a vulnerable moment, he revealed that his emotional state fluctuated between feeling like a 10 or a 1, but he was mostly a 1, indicating persistent low moods. He described feeling useless and overwhelmed by his new environment and lifestyle. At one point, Sarper even confessed he considered buying a one-way ticket back to Turkey to escape the emotional burden. His struggles highlighted the serious mental toll the transition and cultural shift had on him. A major source of Sarper's depression was the sudden loss of independence. Unable to work in the U.S. until after marriage, he felt financially and personally restricted. He openly said he felt like an inmate, frustrated by the lack of freedom in his day-to-day life. Accustomed to being active and self-sufficient in Turkey, Sarper found the adjustment difficult and emotionally draining. The contrast between his old life and the limitations he now faced in Los Angeles left him feeling trapped, deepening his depression and straining his relationship with Shekinah. Shekinah had to make sacrifices in her career. Love came at a cost for Shekinah. Shekinah is a licensed esthetician with over 20 years of experience and made significant career sacrifices to support her relationship with Sarper. Frequent trips to Turkey disrupted her ability to maintain a steady client base, causing financial strain. After relocating to Los Angeles, she lived in a small, costly apartment that doubled as her workspace, limiting business growth. Additionally, Sarper's visa restrictions prevented him from working, increasing financial pressure on Shekinah. Despite these challenges, she remained committed to their relationship, balancing her professional sacrifices with her personal goals. Sarper's bad boy lifestyle still haunts him. Sarper misses his independence after settling down. Sarper was once known for his wild, bad boy lifestyle in Turkey, openly admitting to having slept with over 2,500 women. He embraced a carefree, party-filled life, gaining a reputation as a charismatic playboy who enjoyed dating multiple women without commitment. However, when Sarper met Shekinah, he made a deliberate decision to leave that lifestyle behind. Determined to prove his seriousness, he gave up his partying and casual relationships to focus on building a committed, stable partnership with her, showing a more mature and devoted side. Despite his commitment to Shekinah, Sarper has admitted to missing his past life at times. The excitement, freedom, and social connections he once enjoyed are difficult to forget. Adjusting to a quieter, more responsible lifestyle hasn't been easy, and he has reflected on the fun and wild experiences he left behind. These feelings reveal the personal sacrifices Sarper made for love, highlighting the tension between his desire for stability and the pull of his former bad boy identity. Sarper was fiercely independent, living a playboy lifestyle filled with freedom to meet and date many women without commitment. He enjoyed the excitement and control that came with this life. However, after meeting Shekinah, his world changed. She often tracked his location, causing tension and limiting his independence. Sarper has expressed regret, wishing he had never met her, as the relationship forced him to give up his carefree lifestyle. This loss of freedom and constant oversight left him feeling trapped and conflicted about his new life. Shekinah can never fully trust Sarper. Sarper's history creates doubt in Shekinah's mind. Shekinah struggled to trust Sarper due to his past and ongoing behavior. Sarper admitted to being intimate with nearly 3,000 women, which deeply unsettled her. Despite his claims of faithfulness, Shekinah remains skeptical, questioning whether he can truly change. She has said, if he can't own up to his mistakes, he does not have the type of character I need in a man, and I can't be with him. Past relationships and accusations of dishonesty have intensified her doubts, leaving their future uncertain and their bond strained even after 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 ended. Shekinah Garner and Imani Jalassi from 90 Day Fiancé are the latest cast members feuding in the franchise, but what really happened between them? Imani is part of the franchise's first ever throuple in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, living in San Diego with her husband, Imad, and their girlfriend Eni from Mexico. Originally from Tunisia, she moved to the US at 18, speaks 4 languages, and built a career in tech by working for companies like Google, while also founding her own real estate LLC. Imani identifies as bisexual and has been navigating the challenges of polyamory with Matt. Immigration logistics, trust issues, and jealousy became part of Imani and Matt's relationship as they attempted to bring Eni to the US. Meanwhile, Shekinah is an esthetician who appeared on The Other Way and later on Season 11. She has over 20 years of experience in skincare and runs her own beauty studio. Raised in a conservative environment, Shekinah later embraced a more modern lifestyle. She met Sarper Güven while on vacation in Turkey, and their intense relationship quickly became a central storyline. Their journey features challenges around control, trust, and appearance as they try to build a life together. Imani warned Shekinah about the tell-all. Shekinah was bothered by Imani's threat. When Imani walked in on set, feeling cold thanks to the New York weather, the producer asked her if she had a bit of work done. They wanted to know if she was comfortable sharing the details. Imani revealed that she had done a couple of surgeries. She had gotten a BBL done along with a nose job. Imani admitted that she had felt the pressure to go do all the surgeries so she could fit into the box that society created. However, Imani also added that in the process of doing so, she lost pieces of herself. I'm telling you, if they come at me hard, I'm gonna clap back. Imani was heard telling her husband about her tell-all strategy. She was not going to spare anyone who would criticize her at the reunion. As Sarper and Shekinah walked up to the group of cast members that Imani and Matt were a part of, Shekinah visibly ignored Imani, who was right next to her, and walked up to Mark Bassett to say hi. She then turned her attention to Matt and again ignored Imani. This time, Imani tried to strike up a conversation with Shekinah by asking her, "Wait, did they tell you I'm also wearing green?" Shekinah said no and added that it was fine, since they were different shades of green. Meanwhile, a producer asked Imani about the tension between the two cast members had between them. Imani revealed that she'd proactively tried to reach out to Shekinah to try and build a friendship. However, Shekinah gave her brief, one-word replies. Imani figured that Shekinah didn't want to talk to her, but she couldn't understand why. "So yeah, bring it," she warned the cameras. Shekinah and Imani clashed over opinions about surgery. Imani compared her journey to Shekinah's. Sean Robinson asked Shekinah if she had changed her look. Shekinah revealed she got a little lift done to her under eyes after she got her fillers removed. She said the new surgery made her feel natural, like the way she looked before she got her fillers. When she turned to Amani to ask about her procedures, Amani mentioned the body overhaul that she went through and claimed that, unlike Shekinah, it was not something she was proud of. Shekinah declared Amani did the procedures for the wrong reasons. While Shekinah believed she went under the knife to fix things that were bothering her, Amani did it to fit society's standards. Amani said she went through an identity crisis because she didn't look like herself anymore. But you didn't want to look like yourself. That's why you got the surgery, right? Shekinah asked her. Amani said she didn't want to lose who she was and wanted to still look like herself. But then what was the point of getting surgery? Shekinah asked her bluntly. You're rude, replied Amani. Are Shekinah and Amani on the same page now? Were Shekinah and Amani able to become friends? Amani and Shekinah had first talked about plastic surgery during their initial conversation before the tell-all. However, Shekinah didn't like Amani, telling her that while she liked Shekinah, she was sorry in advance for the things she was going to say about Shekinah at the tell-all. Shekinah thought it was a very calculated move because she never plans what she is going to say in advance. Shekinah felt that Amani trying to premeditate being mean to her said a lot about Amani's character. Like I tried to give her a heads up versus like coming in here and like being rude and bashing her like she is. Amani accused Shekinah of being thirsty for screen time. It made Sarper jump in, and he also called Amani calculated. The two women then used the F word for each other as it looked like theirs was a relationship that could never develop into a friendship. It looks like things haven't changed between Amani and Shekinah since they filmed the 90-day Fiancé tell-all. Shekinah is not following Amani from her official Instagram page. However, Amani is still following a Hollywood makeup account by Shekinah, which suggests that she still respects Shekinah's art despite the words exchanged between them. Sarper Güven from 90 Day Fiancé is making big moves in his career in the US, even if he has given a confusing update about his relationship with Shekinah Garner. Sarper was a personal trainer back in Turkey where he met Shekinah. However, she didn't approve of Sarper having women clients. Sarper worked as an exotic dancer before. It's how Sarper managed to sleep with almost 3,000 women before dating Shekinah. However, once Sarper came to America, he decided he wanted to make people laugh as his job. Shekinah hinted at a split with Sarper on social media by calling him out for not taking responsibility and hinting at a rough relationship patch. But then they shared a kissing picture together. Amid playing tricks on fans' minds, Sarper is busy building a career in stand-up. 90 Day Fiancé _Alexa shared a screenshot of a Reddit post announcing a major milestone in Sarper's life since he came to the US. The post said, Sarper will be performing at the Comedy Store in LA. The show called Comedy Chaos is scheduled for June 3, 2025. Sarper will be joining a star-studded lineup featuring Sam Tripoli, Amir K., Whitney Cummings, Josh Wolf, Ryan Sickler, Lucas Hurl, etc. Tickets for the event are out in case any 90 Day Fiancé viewers want to watch Sarper live in action. What Sarper's interest in stand-up comedy means for his future in America. Sarper wins over fans with humor and fitness in Los Angeles. Sarper has brought plenty of laughs to 90 Day Fiancé, often being unintentionally funny, even if his initial appearance in the US fell flat. Rough around the edges, Sarper could really shine if he focused on his natural humor instead of taking digs at Shekinah's exes. He's been in America for some time now and has been spotted wearing a wedding ring, suggesting he may be settling in and possibly earning income. Sarper has also been running fitness boot camps in Los Angeles, where he mixes workouts with fun and laughter, showing fans a lighter, more relatable side. Shekinah recently hinted that she might not return to future 90 Day Fiancé shows due to ongoing issues with Sarper. However, the couple appears to have reconciled since then. Still, if reality TV doesn't pan out for Sarper, stand-up comedy could be a promising path. Being on stage allows him to fully embrace his bold personality and be himself, something he clearly takes pride in. While fans enjoy his unfiltered humor, Sarper's red flags continue to surface, including his controversial suggestion to include a weight clause in a prenup with Shekinah, which sparked backlash online. Our take on how Sarper could be the next big thing in comedy. From gym trainer to entertainer, Sarper's new path and Shekinah's role. While Shekinah didn't initially seem to believe in Sarper's interest in performing on stage, she has supported his ambitions. She's made sacrifices for him that haven't gone unnoticed by fans, even though Sarper once claimed he lost 90% of his income because Shekinah drove away his female clients at the gym. However, Shekinah doesn't appear to mind his boot camps, which are still largely attended by women. This has led some viewers to believe Sarper may have exaggerated for sympathy or to paint Shekinah as the villain, while he builds a new career outside of 90 Day Fiancé. As the current season of 90 Day Fiancé nears its conclusion, there are already talks about plans for season 12. This long-running reality TV show, which premiered in 2014, continues to captivate viewers with its